This is area of a circle, and what we're trying to do is determine the space inside of what this circle is, because that's what area is. It looks at something in meters or centimeters or a unit of measurement squared. So we're looking at the space inside, not the distance around. So the formula that we are going to use for this is area equals pi radius squared, and what that means is pi times radius squared. Radius times the radius. And what that means is that in any type of area, we're always measuring length times width. So if we had a square, we'd be measuring the bottom by the side. In a circle, though, we don't have a bottom or a side. So what we do is we measure to the middle, and then we measure down from the middle, and that gives us a bit of a measurement. That's the radius that we're going to be using, because this radius and this radius would both be equivalent to each other. They're exactly the same. Okay? So in this case, area equals 3.142 times radius. And we end up with area equals 3.142 times 25, because 5 times 5 is equal to 25. Now to figure out the approximation to see whether it's reasonable, if we simply just take and get rid of this decimal and multiply our number by 3, we know it's somewhere in the realm of 75, because 3 groups of 25 is 75. But we want to be precise, so we're going to try and multiply 3.142 times 25. So if we take 3.142, we multiply it by 25, we end up with an area of 78.55, and in this case we'll call these centimeters, so our area would be centimeters squared. And the reason it is squared is because we're multiplying 2 dimensions of this circle, and in this case a radius from the side and a radius from the bottom. So take a look at another one. We'll draw another circle, and we'll give this a radius of, let's say, 2. Following the formula, A equals 3.142 times r squared. We end up with 3.142 times 2 times 2. 3.142 times 4, and approximately we know it's going to be 12. Area equals 3.142 times 4 is 12.568, and then the unit of measurement, we'll say this one was meters, meters cubed. Alright, we're going to check one more just in case, because we've been dealing with radius. Now what happens if we have something that has a diameter that goes all the way across? And let's say this diameter is 10 centimeters. We can't use diameter to measure, we need to use radius. So, area equals, and it's the same formula, pi r squared. I need to figure out half the diameter.
5.
So all I would do is take my diameter, divide it by 2, and I end up with 5. So my radius, I'm plugging into r, 5, and pi. Now I have 3.142 times 5 times 5, 3.142 times 25, and I end up with area of 78.55, similar to the one that I had before. That's a 5 centimeters squared. This is area using both diameter and radius. Refer back to the video as needed.